Go.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great and fabulous day because I know I am. I feel like it's officially fall vibes, fall season, and I love fall, but what I don't like is the allergies that's been happening with me lately. My allergies have been going crazy, and I feel like I know it's officially fall season, but it's okay. We're here for all the fall vibes. Anyways, if you have not already, please go like and comment under my last video, which was episode 4, Fear into Faith. I got a lot of positive feedback from this episode, so it just makes me more excited for this week's topic, which is comparison is a killer. Now, I know that that's like a title, but I just feel like we live in a society where it is so easy to compare ourselves to other people, especially today where we have social media and you have so much access to people's lives. Like, literally, you can look up the Kardashians and know their whole background and what happened and when somebody was born and where they lived and all this other stuff. You can know all that information and they don't even know who you are. Like, isn't that a little scary? But anyways, like, people are literally giving birth on live. Like, you just have so much access to people's lives these days. So it's so easy to get caught up and wrapped up into, comparing your life to theirs. I feel like we have to learn how to manage ourselves through today's society and comparing ourselves, because it can really do a lot for you mentally, spiritually. It could just make you kind of put you in a funk because you're comparing where you are to somebody else who you don't even know, and you don't even know what they had to go through to get to that point. And I feel like comparing yourself to other people has been around for generations and generations. Like, especially if you're siblings, it's so easy to compare sisters and compare brothers, and especially if you're a twin, like, you gonna get compared. I know with me and my sister, I'm older than her, we're 5 years apart, and if you know us, we're total opposites. My sister is quiet, I'm more vocal. My sister is tall, I'm short, she's slim, I'm thick. Like, we're opposites, and that's okay. But I feel like when we were growing up, it's so easy to just get compared to your sister. Like, I don't know why people think that y'all are supposed to be like carbon copies, but you're not. My mom put us in the same sports, so we were both in dance and in cheer. We quickly learned that we have different talents. She is a better dancer than me. I don't suck, let me just say that, but she's a better dancer than me. And cheerleading was more my thing anyway. So it was just kind of like we'd have our different niches, and that's okay. And that brings me to my first point of how you can get yourself out of this idea of comparison. The first step you have to do is learn individualism. You have to learn who you are as an individual. Like, what do you like? What makes you happy? What makes you you? Because at the end of the day, you're brought here to be nobody else but you. I know for me, when I first got to school, I remember my best friend, I think we talked about this in the Q&A actually, but I remember in high school and stuff, like, my music taste was so different than everybody else's. I was like, oh, I listen to weird music like Tyler the Creator and Party Next Door and Playboy Cardi and stuff like that. And so then when I got to college and I met people who listened to that same type of music, because I feel like when I was in high school, everybody was like on YoungBoy and whoever else was popular at the time. So when I met people who actually listened to the same music that I listened to, I was like, wow, because once I started embracing the fact that, like, okay, my music may be a little different, but it's what feels good to me, that's when I started attracting people who were involved in the same type of music and who loved the same type of music. And they even said themselves, they were like, yeah, we listen to different music too, quote unquote, than what everybody else is listening to, but it's fine because somebody else in the world listens to it. Like, I don't mess with opera like that, or I'm not like listening to Bach, but I'm pretty sure it's like a Bach club somewhere where they all listen to Bach and classical music and Mozart and whatever else they want to do. But Camry's not listening to that. So my point is, once you start to learn how to accept the things that you do like, learn and love the things that you do like, then you will get drawn to that and your outer experiences and the people around you. I just had to learn what was good for me. I know for me, if you're trying to be a feminine woman, because I actually had a conversation like this the other day, if you're a feminine woman or you're trying to learn how to be more feminine, learn what works for you. I know for me, ever since I was a little girl, I loved having my nails done. I love having it just makes me feel so good to have my nails done. And that just makes me feel like more of a woman. But some girls do not care. They don't care to have their nails done. But that doesn't make you less of a woman. You have to find out what works for you and what makes you feel more feminine and what makes you feel like a bad bitch, okay? Moving on to step number 2, the second thing that you want to do to try to limit the belief of comparing yourself to someone else is learning how to embrace your flaws. I had to learn this. I'm in a season where I'm learning how to do this. So I'm going to give you 3 examples from my personal experience that has helped me embrace my flaws. One thing that I do, if you have not already picked up already, I overthink things bad. To the point where I be like, girl, do you need medication? Like, it's really not that deep. Like, I be looking back at these videos and I be like, oh, I'm overthinking it. But I'm like, Camry, relax. Relax. It's fine. Like, it's okay. So I've learned that I overthink things terribly. But instead of me looking at it as a bad thing, like, oh girl, you tripping, I look at it as like, if you're overthinking something, that means you're really passionate about it and that means you really care. So you might want to continue to overthink things. Now, don't go crazy on yourself, just trust your gut and believe that everything is going to work out. But I'm not going to shame myself for being an overthinker anymore, because I'm like, you overthinking because you care and you want the best. So we're not doing that no more. Second thing that I had to learn to embrace was my body. This is a journey that I am still on. I have been on it since I was a little girl, learning how to embrace my body. But one thing that I can say, when I got to school and when I moved to New Orleans, I stopped this idea that I had to like lose weight or get to a certain point in order to start living the life that I wanted to live. Because I remember in high school, I used to be so scared to wear crop tops. I used to be so scared to wear certain things because I was always taught that you have to dress your size. Now that I'm older, I don't really believe in that stereotypical mindset. I'll be damned. Like, I love wearing crop tops. I love wearing things that make me feel beautiful, and I don't feel like I should have to be a size 2 in order to do that. And can't nobody tell me nothing. Like, I'm gonna wear my crop tops. I'm going to wear my loose flare pants. That makes me feel good. I love wearing black. Like, my friend, she told me out there, she's like, oh my god, you always wear black. But the thing is, I'm learning to embrace more colors. But I love the feeling that black gives me, because eventually I am going to be this colorful, bright rainbow. But I feel like my heart is a beautiful, colorful, bright rainbow. I don't have to wear it on the outside. If you know me, you know I'm just a bubble of Skittles. No. But yeah, like, I love wearing what feels good to me. And we gotta stop shaming plus size women just because they're plus size. Like, let them be comfortable and confident. Like, why do I have to look like everybody else in order to be accepted? That is a bunch of bull. So yeah, we done with that. And the third thing that I was like really real quickly that I've learned to embrace as far as my flaws is my voice. Y'all, when I be looking back at these YouTube videos and I be hearing my own voice, I think that's a insecurity for a lot of people. Like, a lot of people don't like hearing their own voices when they hear like videos and stuff. They be like, oh, I sound so country, I sound so this. And I be like, girl, literally, I get like insecure about my voice because I've always heard that I talk proper or wide or whatever the you want to come up with. But what I've learned is that I kind of changed my narrative with that. I'm like, okay, I may talk like this, but one thing about my voice, you gonna hear it because it projects. Like, you could hear me across the street if you wanted to. My voice projects. I have a loud sound. I love that. And you know what? I feel like God is slowly preparing me for something with my voice, because let me tell you something. I am trying to be on, I'm sorry y'all, I'm trying to fix this. What if I'm at a speaking engagement and they be like, 5 minutes before we get on, the mic stopped working and I have to just speak from my sound box in my mouth? They gonna hear me. Like, they're going to hear me. I ain't gonna have no problems because they gonna hear me from the skybox to down here on the ground. Like, I promise you. So turn your insecurities or your flaws, learn how to embrace them and ask, why do I have this? What's the goodness in this? Because it's so easy to focus on the negative, but it's like, no, it's actually a positive. It's a reason why you have these things. You know, just a little word for advice to my little girl. Okay, now we are on the last thing. Step 3, which is focusing on your journey and your journey only. Not everybody is supposed to experience life the way that you experience it. This journey is made strictly for you. It could be the smallest things. Like, there is a reason why you have the pet that you have in your house. It could be something as small as that to something as big as why you grew up in a single household, why you grew up as the only child. It's a reason, because it's preparing you for something later in life. Have you heard that quote, everything is happening for you, not to you? That's really the reality of it. I think I had to learn that for myself, because growing up, I went to majority white schools or whatever. And so with me doing that, with me going to white schools, it actually motivated me to want to go to a HBCU for college, because I'm just like, I've been around white people all my life. And my mom, she had a big part in that. I will give her credit. She was like, you going to HBCU. But because I went to white schools, it prepared me to go to a HBCU, the HBCU, Dillard University. Yes, like, it prepared me for something bigger. And I know that because I went to Dillard, it's going to prepare me for something else in the future. Like, you know, it's just always a purpose and meaning behind everything in your life. And you have to learn how to only focus on what's going for you and not look at it as like God is trying to put you through turmoil or put you through shame or put you through all these triumphs for no reason. No, like, this is for a bigger purpose. You just don't see it yet. And you have to keep the faith, and you have to just keep believing that it's for a higher purpose. I'm gonna give y'all one more example and then we gonna exit out. I used to be like, God, I wanted a boyfriend so bad in high school. Like, I really did want a boyfriend. And now that I look back on it, I'm like, nobody was even like on the list. Okay, nobody was even making the list. Okay, but I wanted a real relationship. Like, I still do. I want like 90s love. I don't want no bullshit. Like, I want a real genuine relationship. And I always found myself comparing myself to other people, because a lot of people my age were just like, well, why do you want that? You're so young. And I'm just like, why do I have to be shamed for what I want? Like, really? Like, why do I have to be ashamed for that? But it's just kind of like, no, you want it for a reason. Because in my eyes, I'm a wife, okay? Like, I'm a wife. Hear me clearly, I am a wife. Know that one day God is slowly but surely preparing me to be one. So, I mean, I just feel like you have to learn, like I said, you have to learn what works for you. You have to learn what you love and accept it, embrace it. Who gives a what everybody else is thinking? It don't matter if it's your mama, it don't matter if it's your friend, whatever. Do what works for you and what you want, because this is your life strictly designed for you. So just remember to be faithful. God has you on this journey for a reason. It is not to hurt you, it is for you. And you just have to be faithful, and we're going to get more into that next episode. I hope you guys are having a great and fabulous night. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos. I really, really, really appreciate all the support and love that I'm getting. Like, it just feels so genuine, and it just makes me happy. So I'm very, very excited for what the future holds for me and Content Cam. I'll see you guys next week on episode 6. I can't believe it. Stay tuned.